Hi guys, and welcome to Escape We Watch Views. My name is Steve, and today we're looking at the Militado ML10. It is a scaled down version of those vintage Fliegers that we all love from the 1940s. We have the same style of case, so very authentic in the case design. We also have the typical Type A and Type B dials, as well as 5 more modern dials. We're looking at modern materials as well, so stainless steel case, sapphire crystal, screw down crown, screw down case back, 100 meters of claimed water resistance. You get super luminova on the dial and the hands, and the watch is powered by the Seiko VH31 sweeping quartz, all for about 60 US dollars. So I think it's a great value. I think we should turn around the camera and get right into the review. But before we do, doing a quick reverse check today, wearing my Seamaster 2541.80. This is the GoldenEye Seamaster on a mesh bracelet today. Yeah, absolutely love it. All right, let's get into the review. All right, so let's get into the dimensions. We've got a case diameter of 36.8 millimeters, case thickness of 9.7 millimeters, 18 millimeter lug width, lug tip to lug tip of 43.9 millimeters, and the watch weighs 52 grams on the supplied nylon strap. So this, like I mentioned, is a very unique watch in the fact that, you know, the original watch that this is an homage to, they were like 46 millimeters. So this is a good about 10 millimeters smaller. So it is a small, dainty, lightweight field watch. There's absolutely no turn down to the lugs, and that's just kind of how they were back in the 1940s. So again, this is just a nod to the original design. But yeah, the fact that it is short, it is small, it wears fine on my wrist. Obviously a little bit too small for my larger than average wrist, but if you guys are, you know, below 7-inch wrists, I think you'll be fine with this size. Yeah, I mean, it just kind of disappears on the wrist because it's just so lightweight. So I'm going to go outside right now and throw it on my wrist for you. And here we are on my 7.5-inch wrist. It's definitely small for me, very flat as you can see there, but that's just kind of the design of this watch. And yeah, I don't think it looks horrible, but yeah, definitely could use to be a little bit bigger, but I know that's not the point of this watch exactly. So yeah, there you go. It'll look better on anything that's, you know, 7 inches or under. All right, let's go throw it on some straps and let's get back to the review. And next up, here we are on a strap that I took off of my Seagull 1963, hence the polished keepers. That's one of the things you're going to have to worry about when looking at straps, is getting bead blasted hardware, because I know they don't typically offer that. So that's why I think the stock strap is probably your best option. And lastly, here we are on a FKM cut to size, just a smooth cut to size strap. Some of my favorite straps. And yeah, I think it actually looks pretty good. My 18 millimeter strap game is pretty weak, so that's all I got for you today. So let's go back inside and get back to this review. All right, so let's talk about the case finishing. And again, case finishing is kind of similar to those original Flieger watches. It is fully bead blasted. There's not a polished or brushed surface on this piece. As you can see here, just all bead blasted. We have drilled lugs there for easy strap changes. Yeah, I mean, it is just dead simple. I do notice that this picks up fingerprints a little bit easier than some other watches, and you can see there, I haven't used this watch much, and there's a little scratch that goes across there. So yeah, it's not the most scratch resistant, and this thing is going to get beat up, but that's, you know, I think for this case, it kind of adds a little bit of character to it, because, you know, these old watches, they were beat up like crazy. We do have a big onion style crown here, screw down, no branding on that, which is fine. And then the case back is just a traditional screw down style of case back. Simple notches there. There's nothing on the case back itself. You can see, again, a little bit scratched up, and it's going to get scratched up. This material scratches pretty easily. That's one of the things that, you know, you're either going to be okay with it or you're going to absolutely hate it. If you don't like seeing scratches on your watches, this is probably not the watch for you. But if you're okay with that on a watch like this, I think you're going to be fine with it. So yeah, I think the case on this watch, very nicely done for what it is. Obviously, the price point, they got to do things a certain way. They can't add a, you know, anti-fingerprint or anti-scratch coating to this at the $60 price point. So yeah, it kind of is what it is. And again, touching on this design here, I always thought it was really weird that they just kind of stuck straight out, but that's how the watches were in the 1940s. So it's very true to those original designs. All right, let's talk about the crystal. Test it for sapphire. It is positive for sapphire. So we're looking at a dead flat piece of sapphire crystal. It does list high clear AR coating. There's not much of it on there, but I can definitely tell that there is a little bit on there. So yeah, it's a flat crystal on a $60 watch, and can't really expect it to have clear anti-reflective coating, but it does. It's a decent crystal. There's nothing really of interest to it. A little bit of a chamfer around the outside, but that's about it. So it's just a little bit above the bezel. Yeah, it's a fine crystal, just nothing spectacular. All right, so let's get real close. We'll talk about the dial on the watch, and the dial is fine. It's exactly what I expected. It's a matte black dial. Everything else is printed on it. You can see a printed minute track around the outside. You have your numerals around the inside. You have the triangle with the 2 dots there down below the 12 o'clock index. Everything seems fine on it. Nice and crisp printing, even getting up real close. You can see here, really nice and crisp printing. So no issues with that. Everything but the actual minute markings are loomed, so that's kind of cool, and they are BGW9 loomed, so you can see the daytime lume color match is pretty much spot on. It's just a bright white on a black dial, so the contrast is excellent here. The handset that they chose for this one here looks really good. They are blued hands. They are not heat blued hands. They're just kind of electroplated blue. They definitely are not just simply painted blue, so that's pretty impressive at this price point. They look good. Nice size, nice length, nice and crisp, as you can see there. Yeah, there's just not a whole lot to complain about when it comes to the dial on this watch. The seconds hand, as you can see there, reaches right out to the minute track, sweeping along nicely, 4 ticks per second. We have a black counterbalance on that. It looks good. That is a fully loomed second hand there as well. So yeah, I mean, it's just a very nice setup, nice clean layout. They have the A style, they have the B style, and then they have some other more modern designs as well. I'll pop those up so you can see them. I think they chose the incorrect handset for all of those watches though, so just something that I notice and kind of bothers me. But yeah, other than that, I think they nailed the dials on these watches, and the lume is actually really impressive on this watch. So here it is against a couple other watches in the collection, and it holds its own. It is actually really good lume. It's BGW9, so it's that blue, so it's that ice blue glow. It's actually really impressive for a $60 watch. Even if you take the price out of the equation, the lume is impressive on this watch. I don't think you're going to be disappointed at all with it. All right, so let's talk about the movement. So the movement inside is the Seiko VH31. So we have a quote-unquote sweeping quartz movement. It's 4 ticks of the second hand every second. The battery life is about 2 years, I believe. I've had some in the collection that have lasted for 3 years, so yeah, I don't really know. I'm guessing it's about 3 years. But yeah, they're accurate. Plus or minus 20 seconds per month is the stated accuracy, but they've always been more accurate than that for me. Yeah, I just don't have anything to complain about. There's no ghost date position or anything like that. The movement is operated by this 3 o'clock screw down crown. There's a slight pop out on this one. The crown feels kind of, I don't want to say stiff. I want to say like solid feeling, like it's rubbing against very thick and heavy duty gaskets basically. So it's kind of a slick feeling, but also with some resistance. It's really interesting. It's super smooth screw in and screw out. But yeah, you just have a lot of resistance in between the positions. So you pull it out, it does hack the movement. There's no real like satisfying click when you pull it out, and that's just something I noticed. Not a huge deal, but you got nice resistance on the crown here. The hand alignment seems to be about spot on. So yeah, there's just not much to complain about there. You push in the crown, it starts up the movement every single time. And again, screw in action, just buttery smooth. No issues with that. Big crown, plenty of grip on that. It feels great. So yeah, really when it comes to the crown and the movement, I've got no issues with it. All right, so let's talk about the strap. So we're looking at an 18mm nylon strap. We do have matched hardware, so bead blasted hardware, so that's nice to see. It's a nice solid buckle. There's no branding on it or anything like that, but solid stainless steel hardware. It is all sewn in. There's nothing that's glued or anything like that. So yeah, I mean, the strap is actually pretty darn nice. It's just not long enough for me to tuck it. So, you know, anyone with a smaller wrist than mine is probably going to be okay. So yeah, I wish it was just a little bit longer for me, but I know this is going to work out better for the people that are going to be buying this. But the strap itself, it's fine. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it at all. It's nothing super fancy, but it's broken in nicely and it's kind of soft right out of the box. And yeah, it's actually a very nice setup, and the fact that it matches the hardware is, just bonus, especially at this price point. So it's not a strap you're going to want to toss. It looks good on it, and yeah, I think it's the right strap for these watches. So there you go, guys. That is the Militado ML10. That's the only brand that I'm aware of that is making this authentic looking Flieger style watch in this case size. Everything else is like 40 to 42 millimeters. So yeah, if you are, if you have a smaller wrist and you like this design, these are the ones to get. This is pretty much your only option, and thankfully they are nice watches. So, and it's $60. I mean, it's just kind of crazy value when you think about what you're getting for your $60. You're getting a good strap, sapphire crystal, screw down crown, screw down case back, good lume, and yeah, good designs. So yeah, I think that's about it for me. Thanks a lot for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next one.